All right, welcome back to Campaign 17. We are in the middle of a battle on the Chancellorsville map. I think we're still just barely ahead, maybe in terms of victory points, but we have, for various reasons, come out of our best entrenchments. We got to turn the volume down right there. A solid start to the video, but hopefully you're not going deaf anymore. And I think we're kind of hoping for nightfall here. I think the reinforcements that we wanted are en route and they're doing okay. Neil was... well, he did a little too good of a job. It looks like he drew off an entire division with that one brigade, and I forget who this... I guess it's Grant's entire first corps. It's going to come in and backfill here. But we have that 10. Yeah, we got 20 to their 15 points. And we should have nightfall coming, so we're going to continue to fight here for a little while. Palmer doesn't take too many more casualties. We can probably keep him in. But Miller's division is in rough shape. And yeah. No sooner do I say it. Alright, so unfortunately this battery's taking a pounding as well. I believe, yeah, we have a reserve division that's actually mostly ready to go. Yep, they're moving up, they're moving up. Miles can actually move up already. No need to wait for them. Heinzman, I think, is just trying to rally Sturgis, who's presently panicked. But the AI has done, yeah, a really good job, I think, up to this point. Or at least a reasonably good job. I'm not... Miller? Yikes. I guess I put these guys on the attack for some reason earlier that I'm not... It's been a couple days since I actually did this, so it's not... Alright, so I don't know why Palmer was doing that. Yeah, that makes more sense. I guess, I don't know if they're compromising between assault and defend, but I think defend is probably good enough for those division commanders, and so hopefully we get Baker back after that. Caldwell could rally... Champlin could rally. Okay, Upton, when I get a chance to switch him, I should switch him to screen. We can just bring him back completely. That's fine. Right, that's that Miller who we said was in trouble, and we had no idea how right we were. But anyways, that's an overview of kind of what's going on. We're hanging on as best we can. I'd actually like to see Baker come up and maybe engage Wilson here. Man, Wilson's troops are no joke. He himself, not so much, but definitely the brigade he leads is no joke. I doubt those batteries are going to do much against crack troops. Richardson is here. Well, that Richardson, he can stay on attack. We just move him up there. And Carroll actually looks like he's going to a good place, so we're going to let him continue. Howard, that's actually okay as well. Yeah, we can order them up to there. And Grant can stay on attack. That's fine. Okay, I can't give up the new orders, but let's give Hyde the screen stance just because... Wow, Baker broke, and probably with... Yeah, it's a little bit more than no casualties, but it was not a lot of casualties. Yeah, so that's Palmer's group. I guess he's in an okay position. Kind of wanted to get Slocum's division up here. Maybe actually order them to attack. And hopefully that takes. And those brigades get thrown in against that Jackson. Alright. We'll do what we can to get this artillery back. It's probably too late, but that does happen. Alright, let's not move them over there. Let's move them back. Let's move Palmer back as well. We don't need to lose all of our artillery today. But you see the CSA forces here, they're doing exactly right. They seem to be sticking together. They've taken the 5 and the 10 pointer. And if they take one more point, they'll have a majority. So Baker's taken a ton of casualties as he's routed. He's taken 200 or 300 casualties, I think, since he started routing. Russell, I don't know who that is. Okay, Upton can move to screen. Hawkins can move up here and try to reclaim this. I don't think Morrill needs to come in there. I think Morrill, well, he's got a very odd position ordered up. I think it's going to be nightfall before then, and we'll just worry about it when we have to reorganize, but yeah, it's not going so hot at the moment. I'd really like to be able to retake our works here, but a lot of the challenges with range are going to make that difficult, and so I don't think either side's going to have those works for now. I'm going to try to shorten up our... You guys broke for real? Wait. That looks... No, that was Union. Holy moly. This is not good. Not good. Slocum, are we getting anything from you, man? We'll try to push into that pocket. Heinzelman looks like he has the right idea. Alright. Yeah, these guys get down and get loose. Okay, Boggs is in rough condition, but so are we. Let's do the best we can there. I mean, those are really peripheral skirmishes. Overall, the CSA is doing well. Overall numbers. Thank goodness I have a 2-to-1 advantage. I did not look at the casualties. I just looked at overall numbers. Yeah, thank goodness I have a 2-to-1 advantage. I'm gonna need it because the CSA AI is absolutely pushing me, and I think they're gonna get my works. All right, Slocum is on the move on the right. That's good. Okay, that's you. 2nd Brigade. I got to give those orders by division because Heinzelman, I think, can be ordered to attack. Miller, I think, is, yeah, he's beat up. Carroll. Carroll's over here trying to rally Baker, I'm guessing. Oh, okay, that just dragged us all out of place there. Baker, I don't know why you're moving up and towards them. I probably ordered you to do that, but I don't remember it. Alright, we got to get Burnside up here. Moral, just move up here. Don't worry about that other stuff. And again, Heinzelman kind of seems like he gets it. I don't know if he does, but kind of. Alright, we're going to make our push over here. Probably be better off just moving everybody in. Alright, I saw Palmer's cav over here. I don't know what happened to him. This looks like a massive charge that's just going horrendously for us. Okay, let's bring Woodbury. Just checking the perks here to see if anybody needs an upgrade. Ah, Woodbury disintegrated. Well, that's terrible. I hope those were the skirmishers. I'm not sure that they were, but I hope. Neil seriously had to break. Alright, we'll try to get Upton to rally them. Hawkins was capping this, maybe still is. Yeah, we're in fairly big trouble here. It's better on the left and the right, but the center is terrible. I think it's Tyndale only who seems functional, and barely. Man, it is just maybe I still don't know if you give them those initiative orders if they just take the range at their own and just kind of do whatever they want. That might be the case. Let's just give Slocum an assault order and see what he does with it. Alright, let's move Grant up a bit. Let's move Hooker up a bit. I mean, look, the, was that Slocum? Jeez. I mean, they're doing right to move back as they see that they're flanked over here, but... yeah, those shots have got to be doing next to nothing. And Slocum, who is back there, he bit it. But Jackson's falling back under fire. That's good. Let's see how that does. Yeah, I mean, those seem like solid orders. I'll try to find their battery and pull them out of that. Alright, we're making some progress on the unfinished railroad. I think we either stopped progress or we had the progress reverse against us on the orange plank road. We're going to try to move up there. I forget who the other division commander was. I thought it was Heinzelman. Alright, Slocum's going for it, so let's jump on board and see how this goes. Ooh, Cutler's in trouble. Duffy has engaged Jackson. Jackson looks like he wants to pull out. Alright. Now Cutler's moving to volley. And Eustace looks like he's going to be the ace in the hole, if there is one. Yeah, I mean, this is a very good box. And Jackson looks like he's going to break. So I think Slocum's 3 brigades are going to wrap up Jackson and that battery. I'm worried about Van Cleve, who was doing well up until now. He had gone pretty far with little. Alright, Carroll's division's in good shape. We'll order a counterattack. I don't know how it's going to go, but I'm kind of just interested to see how it plays out. So we'll switch them to assault and see if that does anything. I did not keep an eye on the battery that was over here that I was supposed to, well, keep an eye on. Maybe it was them. Can't tell if there's a bat. No, it's just skirmishers. I thought there was a battery as well. All right, we took the orange plank road, so Slocum did his job, though it cost him personally. And see, yeah, we lost Van Cleve anyways. All right, and now things are pulling back in our direction. I thought for sure this is going to go to day 2, and it still might. All right, well, you can see what's going on up there. I don't know if we've been able to even things now. We haven't really evened it up in terms of casualties. They give us a timer of 49, but I don't actually know what happens if it was supposed to break for the end of the day and you still have time left on the clock, but... Alright, rather than just sit down and get shot, we're going to send Hawkins in to shoot back. Morals Division, we'll just give the assault order to. Same with Burnside. Wilson looks like he might break. Okay, it's Jackson's detachment that's manning those guns there. That's not that much. I think there's a division HQ in here, isn't there? Maybe? Oh no, it's an army one. Oh. Why not at this point, right? If we do have them on the run, let's try to at least tie them in casualties. But this battle is more important for what happens on the campaign map. I mean, winning at Culpeper Courthouse, this was a, I believe this was a counterattack kind of into central Virginia that came from the west, the southwest specifically, and attacked northeast, and we rotated some forces over there to meet it. And hopefully another victory in pretty much central Virginia should help drive down their national morale or support. I mean, the casualties are going to do that to both sides. I don't know if they're drafting or not. They certainly have the capacity to. The policies and acts have been passed to give them the manpower to do that. It's probably slim pickings with their national support, like ours, as low as it is. Alright, but we got a decent little push over here. Let's just move it up to 5x because their orders are just going to be to bug out. Ours are pretty much to engage them wherever we can and hope for the best. So we'll see what that looks like at 5x, but let's not take up campaign time with it otherwise. We're actually doing fairly well. I didn't realize how... Yeah, I guess a lot could have come of this, but I don't know how far Slocum's division would have gone unsupported with a lot of CSA, but up 2-1 and 50-50 casualties. Eventually, things will go your way. All right, that's just about going to do it for this battle. Might get a little bit of campaign play in. We'll find out. All right. Preliminary reports are decent. We got a lot of their artillery too. All right, what do we say? So yeah, they have lost basically 1,300 killed. So that's 24, not quite 2,500 out of the war for them. And for us, it's a slightly lower number. But that was Culpeper Courthouse. So on the campaign map, that was up here. And they should now pull back, and we'll see what we're left with in terms of readiness. First Corps, just about zilch. I don't know if Evans Corps is actually coming in here or not. I think it is. Yeah. So, and now they're retreating. So I'm not sure. Yeah, maybe they weren't in the battle. I don't know. But we have 3 active. No, it's only 2 active corps. It's been several days since I've actually played. So, all right. So we have the 1st and no, yeah, the 1st and the 4th corps. I think there's there is a supply depot there. All right. So there's that supply depot. There's that supply depot. This 2nd corps is not really ready to move. That 1st corps is. Both those 1st corps are completely fought out for the moment. Tells us projects we have to do. Admin reform. If I were ever going to take it, it's too late in the war. Farm mech, absolutely. We're going to take that. Propaganda. Remind me this in each level of this program will further reduce enemy support in loyal states. Well, I'm more interested in getting my support up in my states than getting theirs down. And they don't total to 100 as you would think. And I only know that because I've switched sides. And on one side, I had 35% support in that state. And then I switched to the other side and I had 0. So I'm sure that that's not true. I'm not sure that it's 100%. Which is interesting because way back in the first year of this game, I argued that there ought to be a neutral section of the population. And it sounded like it wasn't going to happen. Even though I pointed out that historically, there's a lot of people who would fall in that kind of neutral category, particularly in some of these border states, but even within other states, it wouldn't have rounded to either you were pro or against. There's a lot of, neither. Anyways, I told you that to tell you absolutely nothing. What is command reform again? I mean, I can take it because I don't think it costs anything. Yeah, it doesn't cost anything. Recruitment offices is the other one we would want. If we had diplomacy subsidies, we would do trade deals, but we don't. So that's where that stands. Yeah, we're just waiting, and I think we're somewhere in the ag tree. So maybe not. We went with okay. So military 4 is actually almost over, that'll give us access to recruitment offices. It's not terrible. I should take a look at the overall here. I think we're winning. Yeah, we are. I'm pretty sure in this campaign, it's the first to go to 39 on the morale break loses. So we are ahead for now. And we have a good push going. I think if we can just stay in Virginia and stay in Tennessee and they can't push us out, I think we'll win. Okay. The more you know. Now these corps actually look a little more ready. Now McClellan actually is not as ready as he looks. Like any sort of battle, and he'll immediately drop to orange. Manson's almost green though. Okay, that's just an army. I thought there was another corps. Okay, let's bring that 3rd corps over there. I don't know. I feel like it would be too much of a risk to bring it down here unsupported. And frankly, I don't see that's going to help me. Especially since I'm leaving that area. So we'll get whatever we can get back from that. Right. That 3rd corps that lost in Northwest Arkansas, it seems like a lifetime ago. It was several episodes back. All right, so we got to wounded back. One of the ideas I was toying with was going after Villa Peak's Corps. No idea how to pronounce that. In the hope that maybe it wouldn't get reinforced. Though now with Evans' Corps there, they might. All right, so the army isn't what we really care about. It's the corps I really care about. Frankly, none of them are in great shape. Was I recruiting anywhere else and forgot to move them? No, those all look like garrisons. Or forts. There is this matter of the forces in Kentucky. So you're actually kind of ready to go. You're not. You definitely are not. All right. Gibbon is done. Let's send Gibbon over here. Okay, that's done. They really just built a supply depot this close to me. I'm tempted to go and try and get it. I feel like we should condense these armies or find their core and get them together. Right, so you have Newton and Steele. I think they're just dispersed all over the place. Yeah, like this Army of Tennessee actually has considerable forces. They're just not all concentrated. Well, I guess I don't have to think about it because the AI is going to do it for me. Now this looks like a cakewalk. I mean, we should have just a ton of troops before they do. So, yeah, I don't know why not. It is, what, almost 275,000 man battle? But I guess desperate times on their part. So this is just a very odd deployment zone. It looks like it's Cold Harbor map. All 3 victory points are here. We have one of them. I guess whoever controls 2 is controlling the field. We can move up to here and over to here. I believe, yeah, that's on high ground. That's a rough one to attack. I don't even know what this point is called over here. Lee's Bridge. All right. I think the obvious move is to play for this 5-pointer, but I'm not going to leave you in here while I kind of fiddle around and try to figure this out. So I'll bring you back in once I've set things up and we're ready to go, and we'll see what we get. All right, so we're all set up. The general plan is that Hayes' Corps over here, they might get pinched against the river, so we gave them level 3 parapets all the way across. Burns' Cav, I'm going to try to sneak them around the right over here and try to get some eyes on that road and that crossing there. But otherwise, we'll do a slow push if we can. The big push is supposed to come from Hooker's force. And I suppose what we ought to do now, while we're here, is to try to do it. We'll do it like this and just see what we get. For Hayes' force, I don't know. I don't know that I want to give them a stance right now. Maybe we'll just leave them as is. But we're going to have the Cav brigades from each corps. They're going to push up together and try to secure that road, just like, right? So the Cav are supposed to kind of be the cutoff units. I detached all the artillery, and it's sitting in 2 clusters. So even though I generally don't care to do the Grand Battery, I used to, now I don't. Now I'm wondering maybe it would just be easier. It would save me a lot of detaching. And then the other batteries are scattered over here from, I think this is Mansfield's Corps. And then it's just division push and, another division behind them. So we'll get moving. Now Hooker's been given the assault order. I think we can move the divisions. Let's see why not. We'll get some of them moving. Probably should have got the cav moving first, since they have to play the role of cutoff. All right, so Nelson we could probably just put on screen. Probably all the cav should just go to screen. Send them up there. That's fine. And then send them to, should maybe overwatch from those fences if they can. And can the artillery see anything from where it is? Maybe. Maybe. We haven't found any of the enemy, and I haven't finagled the other stuff that might keep them from disappearing when we're at close enough range that they can shoot us, but we can't shoot them. Huh. It's interesting they're keeping in line even though... Do they think? Oh, okay, they're moving to a column. Gotcha. Gotcha. All right, so they're stepping off. We can send DeRussi up here and Higgins up there. Paul's division over there. Negley's 2 brigade division there. Taylor's up the road here. MacArthur's is kind of a reserve division. I think that's most of them from Hooker's piece. Yeah, if we don't see anything for the artillery, we'll probably actually rotate the guns that are here over to here. I did not do a check to see where the CSA is likely to come in. I did see this one when we started. All right, so maybe from over here, over there. So I'm thinking the fighting could very well just take place along this area. And from being on the receiving end of that, I know that, yeah, you can stack a ton of arty up there. So we're going to get the arty position for that. All right, so not seeing anything yet. We can move them up. We can move them up. Can move the artillery. Thought there was a second battery. I guess not. Yeah, I may send Hayes over there just to see if we can steal it very quickly. Yeah, we'll put Sully in Hayes's position. Not to be confused with Sullivan, who's then going to hold this one. I think that's the way we'll do that. And I guess on their own they put scouts out. That's, or cavalry vedettes, but scouts basically. All right, Dawes needs an order, so we're going to move Dawes up here. All right, so somehow, some way, don't ask, we found them, and they're over there. This is fantastic ground to hold. If you can do it. The problem is they got 2 roads in, and I think I think they're going to get there before we do. If we try to beat them like that. So I don't think it's really worth that. But we can move some more batteries up. I don't think we're going to need them that far back. Broadhead can move up there. Peck's division didn't move, but we can move them over there. Wadsworth is still hanging back a bit. We don't need them hanging back that far. We can push them up there. DeRussi there. MacArthur here. And Smith, I guess, back here for now. Then Paul and company. Get them a little bit closer to the action. Taylor, same thing, but a little bit further back. All right, so I guess we'll have them pull back there. Okay, we're all moving up. We're making decent time here. Yeah, that'll have to be good enough. And again, losing Lee's Bridge is not really... I don't think that's going to be a huge problem for us. If they do take... Well, we'll see what path they take to get up here. At this crossroads, they could then cross and make that... They could also come over here and try to cross down here. None of that, honestly, is all that good for them. So I think we just try to hold... kind of from where this cavalry is about to, Hayes' cavalry is about to end. Sully's is already there. All right. Yeah, I guess I do like having the division only for that command. We don't need cold steel. We don't need scouts. I don't know how we're in loose formation while we're standing, but we don't ask questions on this channel. Well, I do, but... All right. Yeah, we just need you down. We need you out. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Honestly, Sullivan... Yes, Sullivan can go over here. All right, Nelson's his division command. That's fine. I think we're going to try to... Are we going to disentangle Broadhead's division here? I think we should try. I guess I've left open kind of what their command is. I was thinking defend. That's too much. You know why we can't just move back a bit? Yeah, let's move back a bit. Moving them up there. Higgins, I guess you haven't received any sort of orders. We'll move you up here because I'm not sure. I don't remember where everybody else is going. Negley, you're in a similar situation, so... Yeah, that's right. Negley only has the 2 brigades, but they're actually reasonably strong. Joshua Lawrence's Chamberlain's first battery. Yeah, who could forget it? Did I give Hooker a command? All right, so for whatever reason, I put him on assault. Or I really don't think I did, though. I really don't think I did, but mind is a terrible thing to lose. And then King and Mansfield are both... whatever. So, where is Hooker? All right. Well, when Hooker is done trying to give his guys an assault order, we will counterman that order. And we'll change it to something that makes a little bit more sense. That's a pretty picture. If you're not playing Grand Tactician for the pretty pictures, I don't know what to tell you. Kind of like War of Rights. If you're playing to win, you're doing it wrong. You got to play it for the aesthetics. we can, looks like we can sneak. It's not really sneaking, but we can place a battery over here. Now that might, no, I mean that should be okay. So we get, what was that, How? Yeah, that's How's battery there. We'll wait for the rest of this to kind of sort itself out. I think we have put way too much. Tyler, next unit. Somewhere here, it should tell you who their commander is. Oh, that's it. That's it. Okay. Yeah, so Taylor needs to bring up Tyler. Got it. That makes sense, I think. Okay, we'll do that. We'll try to perfect this. Yeah, I think I'm going to delete 30-pound parrots from the next campaign. They're just too good. They're too good. And they were not widely used as field artillery, with some exceptions. But not that that's not a reason you can't have them, but it's my reason for not having them. So if I can delete them, and I'm pretty sure I can delete them from the weapons file, we'll probably do that for campaign 18. You know, we should have a battery there. All right, so we have just the one division over there, and somehow we're able. Actually, no. That's not that crazy. That I get. We can see them, and we know where they're coming. So, yeah. But as I was saying, we only have Peck's division over here, and so that ought to be reinforced anyways. So we'll move Walsh's there. Let's see, Wadsworth. All right, so King. That's not the force we're looking at. It's Hayes's Corps that should be over there. So that's Broadhead, Peck, and Welsh. Okay, so they're kind of in the right place, I guess. Broadhead could just be, yeah, more like that, and that keeps that group pretty well together. More for role-playing reasons than anything else. I really don't have another reason. And I don't think there's more than one battery. We ordered a bunch of artillery. Some of it's still coming along on the campaign map, so we don't actually have it for battles, but we're getting there. All right. That was never ordered. Not by me, at least. I put that battery up here. Though I kind of like... Alright, so we already got 2 batteries here. So that would be a bit of overkill. But I think... Oh, and... Is that a that is a battery. So let's rationalize this maybe a little bit. We'll move them there. Dawes can move up there. And then Alcock can move up here, and hopefully can shoot over Peck's division. I'm going to move Peck's division up. One. All right. Enough of that, I hope. Okay, they're in spread formation. I think we missed the fence with these guys. Sure enough. Alright, so there goes Lee's Bridge. But we only have to hold 2 points to control the battlefield. Mansfield, let's get you up. Yeah, so the 2 points, this 5-pointer here, which CSA could march around. But man, there's just no roads that get you there quickly. You have to go way out here where my mouse cursor is and come in the back, and we should have the inside track there. Yeah, I don't love having all this artillery. Not all of it out here. I think 3 batteries is probably too much. We'll see if those trees there cause any problems, but these should be pretty good. No slacking soldier. You heard it here first. Alright, so Peck's up there. Guess we could push Hayes up to the creek. Because they are skirmishers. Or, well, they've kind of got the skirmish order. And they're in skirmish formation. So they at least have the fence. I don't know if my medium range recommendation is going to work. We'll kick skirmishers out as well. Okay, they're firing. They're firing. That's all good enough for me. As long as they can fire at something, I'll take it. Oh, we were at 2x speed. I was like, man, they have the recoilless artillery guns out. Not exactly. Not yet. Alright, back here is a mess. Blame whoever's in charge, not me. Alright. So Hayes is back there. Broadhead's up there. You know what? Let's just see how they go, and then we'll rush reinforcements to wherever we see them. Otherwise, let's try to enjoy the fighting. I'm checking the levels here. Hopefully, it's not too loud for you all. It looks like the in-game booming should be about as loud as my voice, but I don't really have anything to say. So let's see what they give us. Not a position I'd want to attack. CSA, why does that say the entire army of North Carolina? Yeah, okay, oh, there must be an HQ that's like right on it. All right, got it. And because we can, let's zoom in. Oh no. I hear the enemy moving along that road. I really don't want my cav wasting their shots on skirmishers. So, since we have our own skirmishers wasting their ammo against theirs, we'll let them do that. This cav, I don't know. I'm really worried about putting him in that creek. I feel like if I put him in that creek and they come under fire, they may not fall back. I mean, we can definitely support them, but they will be, they will be stuck in a creek. Up, and now, yeah, now we have eyes on. Run, Johnny, run. Should change their facing. Those skirms should move up. Can I get Hooker off of assault? No. I guess I can't. Whoa. Well. I wonder if they're changing over to assault. Kinda hope not. I guess. Yeah, I guess some of those guns have angles. Not too sure about all that. Suppose we could place them here, but that's a little close to the fighting. I think this is Broadhead's division. Hurlburt, I think it was Cav. I think one of those Cav brigades is his. There's Broadhead. really wonder what their orders are. So, right now it's just the AI stance is under AI control by ordering a stance. I mean, I'm not going to do it yet. I want to see what they're coming up with. So, they have Evans Corps on screen. Alright, and the rest of it is understandably mine. So, yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They don't really have the numbers to do a whole lot more than that, but... I do really like this map, though. The Cold Harbor one. I know you didn't ask me, but we're kind of in a skirmisher and artillery standoff, and so it's got open fields. It's got a lot of roads, and so it's not like, oh, I only need to hold 2 choke points. Although on this particular battle, because of the way the 3 victory points are allocated, I really just, well, I got to hold that and that and that. But there's at least a lot of roads in the middle that, well, everywhere that kind of make it interesting. Up here, it's a bit of a different story. It feels more like Chancellorsville in some respects, which is just a map and a map type I don't like. But the rest of the map it's got a good mix of cover, concealment. It's got water. It's got swamp. It's got these water features. The only thing it's missing is kind of like a little bit of an urban area, but that's actually what I guess Mechanicsville could be the stand-in for. A little bit of an urban area. I don't know. And it can hold troops in Mechanicsville. So, yeah, it really does have a lot of things. These deep streams here with the hills, I think is really, really neat. And, yeah, I mean, you could do a lot worse. And I think that's probably going to do it for this episode. Things seem a bit slow. It might be a waiting game. If it's an artillery duel, I might bring up more of my artillery to help in that, and probably switch this artillery over to counterbat. But we'll worry about that in the next episode. I'm excited to see how this one turns out, but I think we are actually rapidly approaching the end of this campaign. I know I've said it for 15, 20 episodes, but it actually does feel that way based on what we saw on the campaign map earlier. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I hope you enjoy what's left to come in Campaign 17.